Alright, going to try to give this a try, see if the video doesn't show up upside down for you. This is going to be Mitchell's wool fat. As you can tell by the label there, it's been the original formula, 1893. It comes from England, and that's, if you might see abbreviation for it, that's Mitchell's wool fat. So in other words, MWF. There's a short version of that. If you see the MWF, that's not Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but Mitchell's wool fat. And mine came in a box like this. You tell there it says lanolin. I got it complete with the ceramic container. I guess that's right side up. It is in my in my viewer. Anyhow, pretty nice. This is what it looks like on the inside there. I just plop it in there. I had thought about grating it up and then pressing it down in a container so it'd be a little bit different to lather up, but haven't quite decided one way or the other just yet. The brush that I'm going to use, this is a Vulfix. I think it's a model 26. Got this at the Modern Man for about $3.50. That's a wooden handle there to get this in there. I'm going to go ahead and put it in the, got some water over here for it to warm up in, and going to put some water in on the wool fat over here off the side, and I guess you might say going to let it bloom just a tad bit. Now, speaking of blooming brings out the scent of the soap. And for me, not only does it do that, but I also take that bloom water and I use it as a pre-shave when I wasn't using pre-shave soap like I am right now. But the to me, it also helps maybe soften up the top layer of the soap, of a hard soap. Makes it easier to whip up your lather. Don't necessarily have to, I guess you might say, let this bloom for very long. It just depends on what you're used to doing, if you bloom at all. There's a lot of information that comes on this this box that I find is interesting. That's the reason why I kept the box. It just, I enjoy that kind of information. Here it tells you about the size of the puck. Let's see if I can get it in there right. If I can read that, that looks like 4.4 ounces. And that's not too terribly bad. I mean, as it goes for the total price, when I got this one here, when I got it, it was right around the $26 mark, including the ceramic bowl. So with that being said, that to me, I thought that was a pretty good price when you take the consideration of the soap and the bowl that you're getting, the container. I usually don't let these things bloom too terribly long. You can kind of see without even swirling it around, there's some bloom water right there. It looks like it's getting pretty close to being ready to go. I also subscribe to the thought that start with very little water and then add to it. Now, I watched a lot of my, a good part of my information comes from watching various different folks that's been around for a while. And Sharpologist mentions about lathering this one up upside down. And I think I understand why, because the froth and broth that Steve Hardy mentions, I understand that sort of thing. I usually leave it in there for a while until I can figure out where I'm going with my lather. And for me, this is already working up pretty good. You see, you got it down in there on the side. That's the reason why I'm thinking about taking a cheese grater to it, and so I can press it down in there. It only takes but a moment. It doesn't take that long. This is very good for maybe if you have a sensitive skin, in that you're sensitive to scents that are put into soaps and whatnot. This might be what you're looking for. I don't know that very many people mention that they've had a reaction to Mitchell's wool fat soap. I mean, you can kind of tell right there. You can keep on working it. Now, I chose this brush because, for one, it's $3.50. It's inexpensive, and you don't have to have an expensive brush to lather this up, in my opinion. Same thing with Williams mug soap. This brush, I worked it with Williams mug soap and did just fine with it. But you can kind of see this is pretty thick right here. Depending on how you like it, I would add more water to this because I prefer to have something a little bit more on the wet side. But I'll go ahead and post this video in case if you're wondering about how tough is it to lather up. I think maybe later on this week I'll actually even shave with this same setup too. Maybe with the straight razor shave that I've been talking about doing. Been anxious to do one again. With a gold dollar W59. I keep on picking it up and it's just an awesome looking shave, straight razor. There it is. Pretty easy. Not much to it. At least if, like I say, I've got it when I first started shaving. Williams Mug Soap was the soap that I learned on and how to lather. And it took me a moment, but I finally figured it out. Once you do, hey, everything comes easy when it comes to these sort of things. Hope this helps some people out. Stay safe and smooth shaves to you.